Oh, hey there, guys. What's good? What's happening? And what's going on? One thing I can tell you right now, I friggin' love my new job. Oh, hell yeah. It's like already friggin' noon. I can't do it like I did before where I took a break and then 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 a break. I think I've said break 5 times and that's valid because I got one 15-minute... You good? Jesus. Anyway, I took one 15-minute break and then I broke my lunch up into 3 15-minute breaks and then I had a final 15-minute break. So I got 5 breaks in a day, but I asked them if I can do that this time around because I rock OMAD harder than hard. So, and my manager was like, no, we can't allow that there because you're off the phone too, or you're basically off you're out of office too much. So we can afford to schedule the lunches around that, but that's about it. I was like, all right, no problem. I thought, it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. So I literally have a 45-minute lunch where I don't eat. So guess what I'll be doing for 45 minutes a day? I'll be talking to this thing. Yeah. So it's January 31st. We got 2 more months. Well, a month and a half left of ice fishing and then a month and a half of waiting for real fish. Actually, 2 months waiting for real fishing because real fishing this year doesn't start on May 15th. It starts on May 21st, which sucks. But hey, man, better than it not starting at all. And I call it real fishing. Some people love hard water fishing. I am not the biggest fan of it. I do plan on getting out there though. I just don't know when. And we're going to go give her a dangle, whether we set up the hut or not. We might just stand there and jiggle some fish. I'll bring the drone. We'll get some B-roll. Hey, that'd be kind of fun. Get a little bit of B-roll. Try and make a video out of it. We're going to make a video out of it. Who am I kidding? I don't plan on buying live bait because, well, I always use like 3 minnows and then they die. I'm probably going to head over to Trapper Joe there and scoop up some pickled, one of those pickled minnows. They were pretty good last year. They did the job. So, and then on Sunday, like I said, Nikki's coming down this Thursday and she's got to leave Sunday morning early, depending on the weather, wind and all that fun stuff. I might cruise on out to the lake and go and lay the beat down on some more fish, or at least attempt to. Then get a couple shots in with the friggin' fishing, right? I got all the gear. I bought friggin' fish finder, haven't used it since last year. I bought the heater, haven't used it since last year. All this stuff. Mind you, the heater is pretty much universal. And if I ever get the topper on my truck and go solo man 5,000 camping in the back 40s and do some fishing and camping, that heater might come in clutch in the fall. If we do any fall camping, set that heater up and then, at least we can be somewhat warm. So yeah. But anyway, I got like 45 minutes to kill. So how's your guys' day going? Is it going pretty good? Friggin' hope it's going pretty good. Better be going pretty good. It's a good day. It's a good day in the bay. Man, I'm so stoked. I'm having the best time today because all I got to do is troubleshoot, guys. That's all I got to do is just fix things. Things that people can't fix comes to me and I fix it. It's like I'm doing my old job just with better pay. Because I'm actually doing my old job with better pay. Oh, it's a good time. It's a great time to be alive. But yeah, man, got all the Pound Abbeys done. I shared the Pound Abbey to the fan page. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this because I actually linked it on the email, the video that I did the other day. I got all of them edited up because I had. Well, they're easy to edit somewhat. Just got to do the chroma keying, which is real pain in the ass on that friggin' green screen of that Clifford has because it's all wrinkled and they stand too close to it, so it casts shadows. I need to get a light on the side of them that can just blast the screen with a lot of light to knock the shadows out. Or I might just say, screw it, grab my green screen and bring it over because mine's too big. And I thought about that for the live streams too, right? You remember when I was sitting in a chair and you could actually see through me? You didn't have to look at the background. Well, on Amazon, they actually make a green screen like mine, just smaller, that slides over the back of your chair, the headrest, and it gives you a green screen. Now, what's cool about OBS is you can crop your camera and then just make sure it's all in the green screen and you won't get any lines. So because I've been doing some live streaming, and I might live stream during the week too, like I'm off at 4. If it's not a workout day or if I'm doing fasting for 5 days or whatever I'm doing, then I could probably easily bang out a live stream and it'd be a little bit better looking to not have to see the background. Mind you, some people like to watch Oreo sleep and I do too because it's kind of cute. But I was thinking about picking it up. It's like $15, but that's not, no shopping until March. That's my rule right now. Like keep it cheap. Like the pack of pickled minnows, that will literally last me all ice fishing season as long as I'm not stupid. Like last year, and drop them on the floor in the garage and have them shatter and go everywhere and then not pick them up. But if I get those pickled minnows, that will literally last me all ice fishing season, and I might even be able to bring them out for regular fishing and just sail out some friggin' minnows, some pickled minnows, and then jig them, work them like a swim bait. But yeah, no shopping. We're not going anywhere for any sort of shopping at all. We need nothing. Well, we need a new air fryer, but that'll be in March. That's going to be my first big purchase. And the air fryer I want is an oven style, not friggin' egg style. This thing's going in the poubelle, and then I'm going to get myself a nice air fryer, oven style, because like my cousin said, there's a tray in the bottom that catches all the juices, and he's like, and if you really want to be lazy, you just line it with tin foil, and then when it's time to clean it, you just take the tin foil off and throw it in the freaking garbage. Problem solved. And he's like, worst case, unlike this stupid basket on this one here, that's a pain in the arse to clean. He said on his, if you just go regular tray, he's like, Adam, Dawn dish soap, hot water, it all comes off. Or if it's hard, you scrape it. No big deal. Like, no word of a lie, I hate my air fryer because of how gross it gets and how hard it is to degrossify it. I love it for cooking. I love air fryers for cooking. Like, a lot of people are like, air fryers, it's not the same as soaking in an oil. But you know what? The health benefits of it are pretty awesome. You can make some pretty freaking lean steaks. You can make some pretty awesome chicken in there. You can do a lot with an air fryer that you can't do with a deep fryer as far as health comes. Obviously, deep fried chicken wings will, melt your face. But I ever since I got that air fryer, I've loved it. I just don't like the cleaning process. It's a pain in the ass. And after seeing my cousin with the oven one and how awesome that is, then watching a few videos on them just to educate myself, yeah, man. Pro tip, you're going to get an air fryer, get the air fryer oven style, because you get racks. And some of them even have a feature where you don't even need a freaking dehydrator. They have a dehydrate function built right into them. So if you want to make a couple racks of beef jerky or a couple racks of dehydrated bananas, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, just dehydrate some fruit for a trail mix that you want to make. Grab some almonds, some peanuts, whatever else. Fire them into a bag with some dehydrated vegetables, and you're good to go. You got provisions for the day. Well, I don't know for the day, but you got provisions. A lot of people, that's like my cousin's one. My cousin showed me, like, his can do that. It's got the dehydrate feature. The Ninja can do it. It's got a dehydrate feature. So you can just make jerky out of it. I would still use this for jerky because I have the 5 trays and I can really go to town on it. Plus I have the fruit tray option. If I wanted to make a fruit puree, pour it on the top and make some fruit roll-ups for either consuming or for another dessert, which is something I've been considering because I want to get back into making fat bombs. Like, if we're doing keto, we're all in to win. So let's friggin' do our manure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my battle plan, is to stick to keto now. I want to burn off as much weight as possible, which is why I'm thinking about really hitting the cardio hard and pumping back on pumping the brakes on the weights as much. Do like 2 days of weights and a bunch of days of cardio just to really, really melt the fat. Because honestly, I want to slim down. I right now I feel great. Like, I can bend over, I can tie my shoes, I can snow blow the driveway without getting lower back pains. That was happening in January when I had to snow blow the driveway before Nikki got here. My lower back literally felt like somebody stepped on it. Like, it was bad. And that's all part of when I got fat. Like, when I get fat and the front gets heavy, and that happened last year around Christmas time, and Christmas got delicious. I ate the shit out of stuff and packed on a bunch of pounds. I remember last year I hit 280 and I was like, holy crap, we're 280, and I hit 272 again this year. So it seems to be a seasonal trend where come October, November, December, I tend to eat a lot of donuts and stuff. And I'm really proud of myself yesterday, guys. I'm really proud of myself yesterday because at the salon, they bought, like, I think I already talked about this. They had like friggin' 16 cases of donuts and like 10 cases of muffins or something. There was like stacks of Tim Hortons boxes with donuts and muffins in it. And I didn't even touch one. And then on top of that, somebody sent McCafe in, the coffee, and a box of McDonald's cookies, which, by the way, are fan-damn-tastic. If you ever tried them, try them. They're amazing. But I was strong enough in the willpower department to not even indulge one bit. And that was insane for me to do. However, I discovered I screwed up and I left my Freddy versus Jason cup there the one that Nikki bought me at the Out Loud flea market, and it had snake juice in it because I brought my snake juice with me so that if there's ever any cravings, you know what? If you crave sweets, drink some salt water, that craving goes away instantly. And like when I saw the donuts and smelt the donuts, I had the craving. I took a swig of friggin' snake juice, gone. Craving was gone. And like that's like my key fasting tool is that snake juice. So if I'm doing a 5-day, a 10-day, a 31-day, I'm going to be on, I'm not ever doing a 31-day again, but if I ever do a heavy set fast for like prolonged, snake juice is my go-to all the time because it kills the cravings, it kills the appetite, it makes you feel great, and you don't cramp up, you feel good. You feel good about yourself. You feel like you can go longer. You know, I mean, when you're fasting, one thing I can tell you for sure, you're going to get weird cravings. Like you're going to get cravings for like fried chicken, for salty things like potato chips, Doritos, whatever. It's always going to be salty things unless your brain's miswired, then you're going to get craving for sweet things. The reason being is when your body's low on sodium, sometimes it knows to eat things with sodium in it, so that you can replenish your electrolytes. However, there's a lot of people out there whose brains are miswired, and when they crave sodium, their brain goes, go eat a donut, go eat a Twinkie, go eat something sweet, get a chocolate bar, because the brain's miswired like that. You can look it up. It's actually known science. It's pretty crazy that the brain's that stupid, but unfortunately it is, and it's the way she goes. But yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. So that snake juice has been a key contender in my fasting regimen, and I left my cup there and I don't have it on me today, so I'm all right. I'm only doing OMAD today. I got a steak taken out there. We're gonna have that for supper with probably some more cabbage, and I love doing that, man. The steak I got, like, check this out, guys. This is what Nikki chopped me off for a steak. So she comes here on the weekend with this massive football roast. I mean massive. This thing was like friggin' like just chungus. Like, so she cuts me off 10 steaks. 10 steaks. Look at the size of this. All right. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's at least 2 inches thick. It's frozen now, so there's water in it. And it's in a zippy bag. And I got a bunch of stuff on my weigh scale. However, if I take Mr. Scale over here, do you have batteries? Cool. Are you in grams? Okay, we're in grams. This steak is 694 ounces. Or grams. Wow. 694 ounces of steak, boys. Fred Flintstone would be like, I can't handle that. And he handles those dino ribs. No, I'm kidding. That's 694 grams of steak. You know what? I'm going to leave this out so it defrosts even more. And I think I'm going to take out another one for tomorrow. Let's get rid of the motherfucking steak, because there's like 1,000 in here. There is like 1,000 in there. So we'll have some steak. Also, I'm loving that friggin' salsa last night, because I want to eat about 1,200 calories a day when I'm doing daily fasting. When I'm going into a full fast, which I'm probably going to do next week after, next week after Nikki leaves, I'm going to do a 3-day probably, or I was thinking about doing every other day fasting. So like Monday you don't eat, Tuesday you eat, Wednesday you don't eat, Thursday you eat, Friday you don't eat, Saturday you eat, Sunday you don't eat. And I literally did that this weekend, because Saturday I didn't eat, last night I did, but Saturday I didn't eat the whole time I was over at Clifford's editing and all that. And then last night I ate the steak and cabbage, and that was pretty good. But I got to get rid of that cabbage because it's starting to turn colors. But I'm thinking about doing every other day fasting, or everyday fasting, like every 48 hours you eat. It's not really a growth hormone booster at that point. You got to fast for, I think it's 5 days, and your growth hormone shoots up 430%, which you'd think it's like, oh wow, that's like doing steroids, and it's not really. It's your body does that to prevent muscle failure, like to basically prevent deteriorating of muscle, not to, it's not some sort of an anabolic trick. Now, once your growth hormone's that high and you hit the gym, your growth hormone goes higher, and then you eat, and you're literally flooding your system with a whole bunch of shit to build more muscle with. Yeah, you could see it as a hack to build muscle, but it's not as effective as somebody who's enhanced. Like, don't think it's a way of, getting ripped like somebody on roids without being on roids. It doesn't work that way. It's one of those, if you need to lose weight, fasting's like my key tool. And that's what I always tell people. Anybody I coach on weight loss, I'm like, drop the carbs, cut the carbs out as much as possible. Stay the frig away from sugar. Don't eat sugary things. Just stop. Don't drink pop. If you want pop, fine. Go for the diet option or the zero options, but watch it with the zero options because they have that potassium acesulfame, and that shit will spike your insulin. So watch out for Coke Zero. Look at this little shit trying to get my steak. Look at this little shit trying to get my steak, eh? It's my steak, not your steak. It's mine. No, it's mine. He thinks everything of mine is his. Like he's such a nerd. I'm gonna hide it from him. I'm gonna put a candle on it to protect it. Protect it from scruffy, fluffy, puppy wuppy. But no, everybody I talk to, it's like, it's always the same thing. Cut out your sugars first. Stop with sugars. If you need pop, if Coke and Pepsi is your thing, learn to drink it diet. Don't drink the sugar shit. Like a can of Pepsi is like 200 calories or something like that. It's like 130 calories. And you can easily slaughter 3 cans of Pepsi. Like a bottle of Pepsi, a 2 liter of Pepsi is 800 calories. That's just a bottle of Pepsi. Like a Big Mac is 530. So you drink a full 2 liter bottle of Pepsi, and I used to do that back in the day, slay a 2 liter, and then you eat a bag of Doritos on top of that. So right there's 2,500 calories, 1,750 for the Doritos, and 800 for your bottle of pop, you know? So 2,500 calories is the average person's intake for 3 meals a day. You know, breakfast, you take in about 600. Some people like to take in about 1,000 for breakfast. Lunch, you usually do around, 500 to 700 calories. And then supper, it's usually 8 to 1,000 calories. So 2,500 calories a day on a proper eating schedule. When you're eating processed bullshit, then your calories are all over the place. And that's the reason why some people can't lose weight, is because they're eating junk and they're not realizing it. Like, yeah, chips are light. A bag of chips is light. You buy a bag of Doritos, it's only 300 grams. Problem is it's how caloric it is. It's a low dense, high caloric food. So you can eat the shit out of them. You can eat like 2 bags back to back even, and you just sucked in 3,400 calories. And weight loss is all about calories in, calories out. There's other things about gaining fat, like eating fat with carbs causes your body to store the fat that comes in right away into your fat cells and use the carbs for energy, and then it'll resort to fat. But in the end, calories in, calories out will always win. And the reason why keto wins for that is because once you become fat attuned, you kind of forget to eat sometimes because you're just not hungry. Like right now, I'm not hungry. Even after my cardio workout tonight, I might do weights. I don't know. We'll see. I probably won't be hungry. So I probably will not eat. And that's the thing. That's what happened to me before. When you're eating carbs and you run out of carbs, your body instantly spikes ghrelin saying, we're out of food, we're switching to fat mode, get more carbs into us, and then you're back in the fridge eating. And this is why keto works. Once you're fat attuned, you don't worry about food as much, because the moment you run out of the fat you ate, your body will automatically switch over to its own internal fat and run off of that. Now, as long as you're not doing any high performance workouts, like if you're doing like some heavy aerobics and stuff like that, yeah, your body's gonna want carbs, or you're gonna feel muscle fatigue pretty damn quick. Like riding the bike, I just do a static ride. I get my heart rate up to about $122, $130 tops, and I just keep it there. And that puts you in the fat burn zone. What that means is your body can physically function off of fat while at that pace. It doesn't need a fast burning energy like carbohydrates, glucose. Your body can actually run on fat, fine. But if you try and go full tilt like a Peterbilt and start pedaling your arse off, and doing burst movements, like anything that requires burst, you're gonna fatigue really, 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 really fast, and you'll feel it. Like you'll notice it right away. You'll get like lactic acid in the muscles. You'll feel that burn. You'll feel all lethargic and stuff because your body's trying to use fast burning energy, and fat is not a fast burning energy. It's like having a fire with paper versus having a fire with oak logs. The oak log will last a long time, takes longer to burn, but that paper is going to ignite right away and throw off stupid amounts of heat for a short time. Okay? So that's like glucose versus ketones, fat versus, or carbs versus fat. So that's why, like, back in the day, I remember I used to do the HIIT on the fan bike, and I couldn't figure out why it was just destroying my legs. It was killing me. That's the reason why. If you're on keto, static cardio is king. So if anybody out there is on keto, remember that. Try it out. Try it out for a week. If you've been doing some high intense interval training, cut it back to doing like, instead of doing 10 minutes of HIIT where you're left destroyed and feeling like crap, try doing like 45 minutes of static cardio. Watch a movie. That's what I do. I put something on Netflix, start pedaling, and I don't stop till the movie credits roll. And in the end, I noticed that I was burning way more fat doing that, or way more weight. I was dropping in weight way faster than I was if I was basically doing HIIT. So that's something to consider too. But anyway, guys, so far loving this new job, having a blast, getting tickets assigned to me and fixing them and offering advice to other people who've been there longer and on how to like using the knowledge I've had from the service officer level 1 on how to run the show. A lot of it applies to service officer level 3, and we had a meeting and I was actually offering advice on how to do things. And I'm fresh, like today's my day 1, and I'm actually saying, oh, you just do this, create this kind of a ticket, do this, do that, do this, do that. And they're like, holy crap, okay, that's awesome, perfect. That's great, that's amazing, awesome. And it's just because I've been doing this job illegitimately for 5 years, because I never once really did the service desk job, the tier 1 job properly. And that's because I only have one speed, and that's go. And the only thing I can understand when a client has a problem is solve it. Right. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. And I might pick it up again tonight and shoot another one. I got to think of something that I want to talk about. Right now, I just wanted to basically talk about first day on the shift, how awesome it was, and let you guys know what I'm doing for my weight loss, because obviously there's a plan in motion. There's something happening. And like I said, I got 45 minutes every day just to sit down and make a video. So might as well pitter patter and have at it, right? Take advantage. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.